Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tanush Gupta. In my last video, I had shown you how to create a simple microservice using Spring Boot application. In this video, I am gonna demonstrate you how to Dockerize the same application. For that, I'll walk you through with my tech blog. The URL of my tech blog is guptakumartanuj.wordpress.com. I have bunch of other articles over here and you can find the same in the search box. Now coming to Dockerizing the microservice. First we just need to understand the Docker. Basically Docker is a tool to create, deploy and run the applications by using OS level virtualization to deliver software in packages called containers. In the microservice world, these containers are the self-deployable independent component which bundles software dependencies and configuration together in the form of one foreground process. Before starting the granular level details for Dockerizing the application, we just need to have some prerequisite in the form of Docker client, Java, MySQL client and Maven to make sure these are installed on the machine. So let's verify the same. Starting with the Docker. So the Docker version is 19.03.12. Let's check for Maven. So the Maven version is 3.5.4. Let's see for Java. So the Java version is 1.8 and then finally just need to check for MySQL version, that is 14.14. In case any of these tools are not installed on your machine, please do so. So to Dockerize the microservice, first thing is to build the code. Maven is used as the build or automation tool, so we just need to build the code through ambient clean install command. So let's fire that. Now you can see it has generated the jar in the name of microservice demo snapshot.jar. So let's try creating the Docker file. Basically, the Docker file is a text document that contains all the commands to build an image. So let's see how it goes. So if we talk about the Docker file, the first thing is we just need to fetch the Java image from the Docker hub using the from keyword. Now we just need to expose the local application port using the expose keyword, and whatever the application port you want you can specify that. 8080 is in our case. Now whatever the jar file we have built earlier, we just need to place it to the container. So that we do with the help of the add keyword. On the same page, whatever the configuration is there in the form of application.property file, we just need to place it in the container itself using the same add command. And then finally, to execute the application, we just need to use the keyword entry point, and then the command is java -jar and name of the jar file. So this is how the Docker file is created. Now we'll see the application.property file where we have mentioned the backend URL in terms of MySQL database. So what we need to do as a part of the change, instead of using the local host in the data source URL, we just need to make it something like my service MySQL DB kind of that. So what exactly it is basically the name of the MySQL Docker container. So on this node, what we need to do, we just need to create one more Docker container. So now we would be having two container, one is application container and then second is MySQL container. So we just need to communicate with these containers. So how do we do that? With the help of the Docker networking. For that, what we need to do, we just need to first create the network using this command, that is docker network create and the name of the network. So if I fire this command, you can see this network is already created. For the sake of clarity, let's say I want to create some network account MySQL 2. You can see this network is created. And once the network is created, we just need to run the MySQL container by saying the name as my microservice MySQL DB. This is what we have mentioned in this application.property file. Now while running this container, we just need to define the network, whichever the network we have created earlier, and few of the environment variable in the form of what is the username we want as a part of the MySQL database, that is demo, and then password, that is demo, and the database name, that is microservice in our application. And one more thing, as a part of the environment variable, we just need to supply the root password as well for this MySQL container. And then finally we just need to fetch this MySQL image from the Docker Hub. So that's how we just need to run this command. So if I run this, we can say this container is already running. We'll check that later. So now once all this is done, we just need to build the Docker image using this docker build command. -f specify that if there are multiple Docker file, you can specify which Docker file you want to execute. For time being, you can ignore this -f flag, and then you can just build this Docker file using this name microservice -t microservice dot. So let's fire that. So if you see, all these steps which were mentioned in the Docker file are executed. As a part of the first one, it has pulled the Java image and then exposed the 8080 port, and then added the microservice jar in the root of the container, and the same with the configuration file, and then finally we have added the entry point for running the application. So now once that is done, we just need to run this container. The name of the container is microservice, and the network whichever we have created, we just need to specify that, because application container just need to communicate with the MySQL container as a part of the backend. So one more thing, we just need to specify the port. So the first port is the host port where you want to run the application. So this is local machine in our case, so that's where I have exposed this 8000 port. And for the Docker container port as a part of the application code, we had already exposed this 8080. So we just need to map it like this. So now if I run this application using this docker run command, so let's fire that. You can see the application is running on 8080 port and the Tomcat is started. So let's verify that with the help of the account APIs. So let's try to execute this get accounts call. You can see there is no account in this case. Let's try creating one new account over here. Let's see, the name of the account is Tanuj and then company is Adobe. Let's try to hit that. We can see that one account is created with ID 1. Let's try to get this one. We can see, yeah, we have got this account. So it means the service is working fine. And then finally, if we want to check these container, we can execute this command docker ps. In that you can see like this microservice is a one Docker container, and then MySQL is another Docker container. You can find the container IDs likewise, and the way the ports are mapped, you can find that as well. So this is how any of the application is dockerized. I hope you would have enjoyed this video. Feel free to like the same. Please share it with your friends and family. Moreover, if you have any doubt or comment, please feel free to drop the same in the comment box. And yes, in the upcoming video, I'll show you how to use Docker Compose to run multi-container Docker applications with the help of only single command, instead of running multiple Docker commands. Last but not least, please share your valuable feedback and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon button for the more updates. Thanks a lot.